So the team at WAVLINK have sent us their mighty EX1 Wi-Fi 6 dual band gigabit mesh router. So super excited to talk to you about this today. So you can see on the back here, Wi-Fi 6, it's got 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And Wi-Fi 6 is definitely going to help you out with faster browsing, streaming, gaming, and downloading at the same time. We've got 4 external 5 dB high gain foldable antennas, which are designed to penetrate through multiple walls. You can see all the security that it's got here from your WPA3, WPA2, supports IP4 and IP6, and supports 1 to 1000 megabits WAN port and 2 1000 megabit LAN ports. So let's get this out of the box and have a look. How cool. Power adapter, Ethernet cable, quick start guide, and everything mesh setup guide. Pretty cool. So these antenna actually move side to side as well as up and down. Really impressed with the size, so it's kind of cool. Got rubber feet on the bottom here. You've even got mounting points here if you wanted to mount that on a wall. So you've got 2 LAN connections at the back here, your WAN, your power, and your pair reset button there. Pretty cool. All right, so it looks like the power would just plug into here, and then our connection will go from here to our modem. So let's actually plug this in and have a look at getting it set up. Okay, so the setup on the modem was pretty straightforward. We run an Ethernet cable out the back of our standard modem. I've got an Asus gaming modem router, but we run the network cable out of that into the back of the WAVLINK. That goes directly into the WAN port at the back there, and then you plug your power in. Basically, that will then provide internet. This basically creates a Wi-Fi bubble in your home, which will give you a certain amount of distance from this base station for Wi-Fi coverage. But the beautiful part about a mesh network is that you can buy multiple of these and set them up in different areas of the house, pair them together, and what that will do is expand your Wi-Fi network throughout your home. So that's the beauty of the mesh network. So once we've got all that plugged in, basically we just turn the router on. You'll see all your lights come on, telling you whether you've got power, Wi-Fi, your wireless LAN plugged in, and then if you've got any other device plugged into your 2 other LAN connections at the back, you'll see activity through these lights here. These antennas as well, they are bi-directional, as I mentioned earlier. But what that means is when you have a house that is quite big, you obviously want to be able to move these antennas around to adjust that bubble of where you want the internet to sort of go. So I love the fact that it's 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. So 2.4 will often give you longer range from the base, but your 5 gigahertz usually gives you better speed, but it doesn't penetrate through walls as well. So we'll jump over to the computer and I'll just show you what the login screen looks like and some of the settings that you have available to you. Okay, so here we are logged in to the PC. Basically, we've got all of our information here. We've got all of our wireless information with what you want the 2.4 or 5 to be called, what sort of security or encryption you want to put on, and then your password. You can actually turn this little button on here, which then tells the router to automatically select the fastest Wi-Fi band for you. But if you disable that, you can set up the 2 different SSIDs or 2 different network names for 2.4 and 5G. In your advanced, you've got all the settings for your device status, mode selection, your mesh network settings, setting up guest Wi-Fi, so that's pretty cool. Parental controls, changing passwords, firmware updates, all of that is available. So pretty easy website to get around. Looks like in our case, there's a firmware upgrade that's available as well. So basically, I like the fact that you can search the internet for that via check new version. And then once you've found that the one's available, you can click one-click upgrade. So that's pretty cool that you can update the router firmware via the login rather than having to download a file and upload it manually. So while that's updating, on the screen now, you're going to see different speed tests. You're going to see the Asus router that I own via the Ethernet cable. You're going to see the Wi-Fi speed, and then you're going to see the Wi-Fi speed coming through on the WAVLINK. Now, the speeds weren't too dissimilar, but what I did notice, surprisingly, was I had better ping, like 2 millisecond ping better, using the WAVLINK over Wi-Fi, even over my Ethernet connection. So I actually had 2 millisecond ping faster using this router. So can't explain that, but yeah, pretty cool that it can do that. If you need something in your home, you might just have a standard modem or your Wi-Fi's dropped out and you need something a bit faster, or you want something pretty cool to upgrade your gaming to give you better ping, then this is a pretty cool router. And from me, I highly recommend it.